Today we are taking a look at the escalation clause when purchasing a home. Buyers can add an escalation clause to their contract to make their offer a little bit stronger, but there are some common mistakes that buyers make and maybe some things that they don't really understand. So we're going to go through, maybe you do understand it, but even if you do, keep watching. We have a few tips and a few mistakes that buyers oftentimes make when using an escalation clause. So we're going to go through all that. We got a great video coming up, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, my name is Leighton. Today we're out here in the Clarendon neighborhood of Arlington, Virginia. We got the dog park behind me, Hartford condominiums, the Clarendon V-Point, but you didn't come here to talk about apartments and condos. You came here to talk about the escalation clause. So first of all, what is an escalation clause? Well, an escalation clause is an addendum to the sales contract that states the buyer will increase their offer at certain intervals up to a max offer, also known as the escalation cap, and this escalation clause is only in play when another contract can be used to trigger their escalation clause. So that's a little bit about the escalation clause. Let's take a look at a sample hypothetical situation where an escalation clause would be in play. Let's say I make an offer at $500,000 on a house. You make an offer at $495,000. My offer wins, right? Well, since you're a smart buyer, you have a real estate agent, and they found out that there is another offer on the table, and so they recommended you include an escalation clause of $10,000 with $1,000 intervals. So all of a sudden, $495,000 becomes $501,000. Everybody understand that? So because my offer is there, my offer triggers your escalation clause, and you could have escalated up to $505,000, but $504,000 would have to be there to be present. So now your escalation is at $501,000 and you have the higher offer. Think of it like eBay. Yes, it's 2015, people still use eBay. You want to pay the least, but you're willing to pay the most. In this case, the most being your escalation cap. So that's a hypothetical escalation situation. The next two things I want to go through with you are common mistakes that buyers make. And the first mistake they make is not having the escalation interval at a significant amount. You know, I work with a lot of buyers in the $700,000 and up range, and if you're only escalating $1,000 each time, that may not be enough to move the meter for the seller who maybe has a better offer with a better closing date, or another offer with less contingencies. So take into consideration the price point that you're at and choose your interval accordingly. Great, so the second mistake that I see, and this happens a little more often, is including the escalation addendum without knowledge of another contract in play. Please do not do this. Only include your escalation when you are 100% sure that another offer is in play. If you can say you can only spend X amount, and you're really tight on your numbers, you just sold off your car, you just did this, you sold off this and that, and then you can say, oh, but we can pay X plus 10,000, and there's no other offers. Well, the sellers are just going to take that, cross out the escalation, and counter back at your max escalation or halfway through your escalation. Officially there has to be another offer to trigger that escalation, but if there's no other offer, what's stopping them from just rejecting the offer flat out and countering back at a price that they know you can pay? So even if you get the house, you could still lose $5,000 or $10,000 if there's not actually another offer. So in competitive situations, obviously include it at the same time, but one thing to consider is submit your offer, tell the listing agent, hey, if you get any other offers, let me know. And then at that point, you submit your escalation clause, because a lot of times when you submit an offer and you really want your house or your condo, your townhouse, the agent will say, oh, we have another offer on the way, or we're expecting another offer, or are you sure this is your offer? We have other agents showing it. Well, that's all fun and dandy, but until you're 100% sure there's another offer, just please do not submit your escalation clause. Great, so those are two mistakes. We're gonna finish it out with my top tip for purchasers when using an escalation clause, and that is use unique intervals when you submit your escalation clause. Everyone is gonna submit $1,000 intervals. I did it earlier just for simplicity's sake, but instead of 1,000 or instead of 2,000, use 1,250, or use, you know, 2,225. Just make your escalation cap a few hundred or a few $1,000s over the nice round numbers. Everyone likes nice round numbers, but I can guarantee you that sellers like higher numbers, right? So everyone else is gonna do 1,000 up to 10,000. Do 1,250 up to 13,750. Just throwing out numbers. It's unique, it's higher, and it's gonna beat your offer. Great, so in this video you learned what an escalation clause is. We went through a hypothetical escalation clause. You also learned 2 mistakes that buyers make, and then I gave you my top tip for purchasers when using an escalation clause. Hey, if you learned anything in this video, or if it was of value, you can hit subscribe right now. That'd be awesome. And be sure to check out my channel for other great real estate videos. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.